attack. And here's the reason why. Here's the real reason why Dr. Umar Johnson is under attack. Now, Dr. Umar Johnson, he doesn't need me to tell him that he's under attack. He is under attack, and I'm pretty sure he knows why, because he's saying that his bank accounts are still frozen. That I do believe. I do believe that there is some type of audit that's going on with his accounts. And on this video, we're gonna come back. We're gonna go back to the beginning, because I used to cover this space a minute ago. I used to cover this space. I got out of the space because it started getting weird, and I didn't want my channel to be about one man, because I was covering Umar a lot. I also covered, there's other people that I covered as well. I covered Jay Mr. Real Estate. I have covered him, and then other people, they started covering, they took off on it. But I had already said it. I said this a long time ago, even about Jay Morrison. But I felt like my videos was falling on deaf ears. And also, like, with Dr. Umar Johnson, I don't dislike him. You know what I'm saying? I just felt as though I didn't want my content just being about Dr. Umar Johnson anymore. But occasionally, you know, I will cover him if something significant happened in the news. And he's as far as social media is concerned, with the people that know, some people know him. You know, he's a very popular guy. He don't went on the Breakfast Club. That just took him into another stratosphere. When he went on the Breakfast Club, and when he was on Roland Martin, you know, a lot of people started to recognize who he was. And every so often he'll go on the Breakfast Club and build his following even more. Now, the younger people know who he is, and they like kind of joke on him. You know, they clip some of his sayings, and they do it on TikTok and Instagram. It's two girls in particular. They're sisters. They repeat stuff he's saying. It's hilarious the way they do it, because it's in unison. So it's made him very popular from that, and you know, for the young space, as far as 2 generations below me, possibly 3 actually. But so if his bank accounts are frozen, more than likely, I think it's an audit, a fraud situation going on. They're investigating him for possible fraud. That's the reason, I think, right now, is because of that very reason. They're thinking that it finally got to the powers that be, even though the powers that be, if they're zeroed in on him, guys, they've been zeroed in on him for a while. They've been zeroed in on him for a while, but what they like to do is they like to really sit back and watch you do things, and then when they got you, they got you. I think that's what happened here. And I have to say, in my opinion, because I don't get too far into the investigation like that, like some people are doing. But if that is the case, if my thoughts are correct, he needs to be careful. Well, he needs to know that the trouble is coming. The fire is just getting started. The fire, it just got set, but there's an inferno coming. Now, from my understanding, the buildings that he purchased are going up for auction. This is not the first time that happened. People act like this is the first time. That's not the first time he almost lost those buildings and he somehow came up with the money. This happened before. But what's happening now is he may be in a situation where he don't have it, you know, to bail himself out. He seemed like one of those people, like a lot of people are. You pay Peter and then pay Paul later. You know, that type of situation. A lot of people live like that. It's check to check. It's not, you know, it is what it is in this economy. But he's probably doing it with that. Now, has he collected a lot of money over the years? The answer is yes. He's collected a lot of money over the years. A lot of money. That's none of my business, because the reason why it's none of my business because I never donated. So it's not none of my business on how much he's collected. I knew what it was. Did I think that the schools were coming? The answer is no. But I still like him as an entertainer, like a speaker. He do be saying some real stuff, yo. He do. See, I know how to take things that people say and apply it to how I want, and then the rest of the stuff I don't have to take what they say. It don't mean that everything he's saying is bad. I didn't donate, but if you donated and you feel like you wasted your money, well, you learn for next time. That's all. I had a friend of mine, she said she was about to donate to him, then she realized, like, what's up with these schools? What's up with that? And when you question him on it, he has a problem. That's why, like, it is what it is. I knew it wasn't none, even when back in the St. Paul days, I knew wasn't nothing coming. Even back then. Because I was living in Virginia at the time, and I went out there one time. It wasn't nothing happening with that school, man. But he's a real good orator, and I see how people like him and gravitate to him because he's a good speaker. And like I said, he say a lot of real stuff. And I appreciate that in him. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect. Yeah, I mean, you donated for the purpose of the school. Maybe it takes a lot of money to get that school up together. He's doing it by himself. So it's a virtually impossible task. Really what I'm trying to say is it's a perpetual building fund. It's a perpetual building fund just to get money. It's a perpetual building fund. It's never going to happen. It's for him to do it by himself, it's going to take millions of dollars. And he'll do a little bit here. Oh, we're going to do floors. We're going to do this. Nah, that's not working, man. Now, do I have any experience trying to build a school? No. But do I got common sense? Yes. That's why I don't even know why this is still a story, man. I've already covered it. I don't know why this is still a story. Like, oh, the school, where is the school? And I mean, come on, man. At this point, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, at this point, come on, man. Come on, man. If you still asking where the school at, now this dude trying to cut me off. Like, is he, go ahead and go if you're trying to cut me off. I'm not gonna win against this truck. But he got his signal on, making me like he want to get over. So yeah, like I'm saying, if you keep asking where the school at, man, you crazy. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, now some people, well, he got to be held accountable and all this stuff. Well, you shouldn't donate then. If you don't donate, don't worry about it. That's just how I feel about it at this point, man. It's like, I learned my lesson. Like, I felt kind of like a certain type of way covering him all the time. I felt some type of way about it. You know what I'm saying? I did. I felt some type of way about it, man. Like, I felt like I'm bullying him or something. That's where I felt. So I just gave it up. I'm like, at this point, it's kind of like, it's bullying. You know what I'm saying? At this point, I mean, if you didn't donate, you didn't donate. Congratulations, you're smart. Congratulations. You know what I'm saying? But some people, I understand why let me tell you this. Some people donate to Umar just because they like him. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're going to donate to him because you like him, like after school, like, you know, half his donors, they know, man, the school is like, it's an impossible task. They know that. They just like to donate to him because they like him. There's nothing wrong with that. Some of you YouTubers, people donate to y'all because they like you. It's the same thing. It's just like, it's like a running joke at this point. Look, guys, I'm trying to get the floors together. You know what I'm saying? I got them floors coming. Certificate of occupancy coming. He been saying that for the past, he been talking about the certificate. Let me tell y'all something real quick. He's been talking about the certificate of occupancy ever since my friend daughter was in grammar school. She's a senior in high school now. Why you keep talking about it for? Who cares about the certificate of occupancy at this point? Who cares? But is he an entertaining person? Is he a likable person? Yes. That's all I care. I don't care about, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not holding him to that, man. I'm not holding him to, like, not getting the schools out. I'm not holding him to that, man. He's funny as fuck, yo. He is. He's funny as fuck. And he not trying to be funny sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But I knew that his bank accounts was locked up and he going through something. And them people in his business now, they in his business because you could tell by the look on his face. Those folks are in his business now. And if I'm correct on that, he got a problem. But hey, man, I'm not still, you know what I mean? Shout out to Dr. Umar, man. Shout out to these stupid ass, look at this stupid. Ooh, boy, I'm telling you, I'm about to crash out here, yo, for real. I'm about to crash out. This truck right here just like cut me off. Well, actually, I'd let him cut me off, but I'm trying to get this way. New Jersey got these stupid ass jug handles. If y'all know what a jug handle is, only New Jersey has them. The turn to go to the other way is like a jug handle. It's shaped like a jug. That's why we call it a jug handle. And I don't miss them. But Umar, man, I mean, if them folks are in his business, I feel for him, yo. Because he, at first, he collected a lot of money. He did buy the property. I give him that. He did buy that. He did. He bought the property. But as far as to maintenance the property, man, that stuff takes a lot, man, just to get somebody to cut the grass. You feel me? Just to get to somebody to cut the grass, man, it takes a lot of money. And look, where the school is located, hold on, man. Maybe, I don't even know if y'all, hold on 1 second. Cause y'all know how my phone be. I'm like, I hope y'all can hear me. But yeah, man, he entertaining, man. Like, but I'm just gonna say this: that them people in his business, hey, man, I wish him Godspeed. Because if they in his business, they're gonna be for fraud and tax evasion. That's what they're gonna be in. And the reason why is because I said the more he build notoriety, they're gonna get in his business to stop him. Because he keeps saying, he's preaching divide, right? They don't like that. They don't like when you preach divide and talk about them. They don't like that. So that's bringing negative, that's bringing attention his way. He already know that. He already know they're going to come for him. He should know that. He should know they're going to come for him. And he said a lot of controversial stuff about the NBA, possibly doing something dirty to Kobe. He said a lot of things to bring some attention his way, man. And it's real easy to get in his business. All they got to do is send a forensic accountant his way, and he's in trouble. Not saying that he did anything, but he's still in trouble. Because if he come out and say they got a forensic accountant looking at his business, and this is in the Trump administration, so they got to be extra careful in the Trump administration, because he already said he coming after people. Yo, Trump, I don't know if y'all know this, he's trying to clean up the neighborhoods in DC. He's sending the feds out there. He's sending the feds out there to walk around and make sure everything is on the up and up. And you like, Max, what he doing? Well, he's sending feds out there. They walk in the streets. And if they see you doing anything wrong, they taking you off these motherfucking streets. They taking you off. And people are complaining about it because, like, why is he doing that? Well, that shit should have been done a long time ago. These streets are not safe, yo. There's some streets you go to, it's not safe. It's not safe, man. Certain areas you go to, you can forget it. It's not safe. I don't mean, if you're not doing nothing bad, you shouldn't have to worry about it. You shouldn't have to worry about somebody walking in the streets because you ain't doing nothing. That's all I got to say about it. If you know you ain't doing nothing, so be it. But that's what's happening now. If you can't smoke outside, and people up and on, you're not really supposed to be smoking outside anyway. Weed and stuff. That stuff's supposed to be in the house. But yeah, man, that's just like a test run for what they're going to do for other areas in the country. They're just going to have people walking around just rounding people up, yo. Straight up. Hold on a second. Yeah, if they in his business, he gotta be careful. If they in his business, because I do not want that to be a trial I want to follow. If they get in that man's business, because it's like when they do come after him, he's not gonna have no way to fight it. It's like they'd have been caught him dead to rights. Now he'll probably try to pay it back, but they still gonna want some time in the slammer, especially when it comes to tax evasion, especially if it's a significant amount. So if they do, it's like they caught him dead to rights. You got people online. I'm not speaking on Umar, but you got to be careful who you listen to on here. You know what I'm saying? People see you as a come up. Like some people, they see their audience as a come up. What's up, oh Sheila? James, how you doing? Thing first, what's going on? What's up, Don? Quiet Storm, Retretta, Audrey, Eyes. Oh, what happened to me in that crazy Umar sector? A lot of people know. I don't know if my new audience know. I don't think they do. I don't think they do. I could have you on one day, Eyes, and we could talk about it. But yeah, it used to be around that sector, Eyes. I remember. Are you still in it? Besides the building, he could be teaching young men. These women are his downfall. Eyes. I know, right? Eyes. Puff be like, eyes. But hey, man. And didn't I just listen to, for the first time, the Tasha K interview with the lady that he was messing with? It's a mess, yo. She know all his business, too. That's the worst thing that can happen to a man, when you date a woman and y'all fall out and she get online and start telling your business. That's the worst thing. The best thing to do at that point is to remain silent. Remember, there's two sides to every story, and we don't need to hear your side. It's best to remain silent. If that ever happened to you guys, remain silent, because you're not going to win. You're not going to win, man. Women remember everything. They save every text message, everything. All the text messages you send them, women hold those dear to their heart. They hold every text message from your ass in their little personal, um, any text message you send them, they hold that forever. Okay? That's like your Akashic record to them. Your text message is like your Akashic record, yo. Now, let me just say this real quick. Now they got a T app for women, for the guys now. You know how they got the T app for the guys, dropping the T on the guys? Now the guys got an app dropping the T on the women. It's crazy, man. $1.6 million or $1.7 million, oh Sheila, what they said that he has collected. It's not enough. For those big buildings, it's not. Those buildings are moderately big. The big one is. It's a lot of damage to those buildings. Yeah, property tax, unknown raider. Property tax, yo. So he's going through it right now. And if I'm a betting man, the IRS is in his business. And it's not going to be good. Because anything that you receive in Cash App, you got to pay taxes on. Y'all know that, right? Over a certain amount. See, a lot of YouTubers, they talking about, what you mean we got to pay taxes on that? If somebody send you a Cash App, you got to pay taxes on it. At the end of the year, they send you a form, and you got to pay taxes on the Cash App money, which I done. I pay the taxes on it. He didn't file. I did see Pocket Watching with JT channel. Pocket Watching with JT broke it down. I'm also saying as well that it's a problem, and they want to look at where the money is. I'm in believement as well with Pocket Watching what JT said. He said they're doing a trace on the money, and if they find something, it's going to be a problem. They probably already know. Anything over 600, unknown rated guy, you're right, they send me a form. Yep, they send a form. And you got to file it a certain way. Anything you get money on, you got to pay taxes on it. Yeah, it is. I think it is over $600. So everything, just like when I went to New York to the Diddy trial, I saved all my receipts. For parking, you got to save your receipts for parking, lunch, when I brought lunch there, the clothes that I had to purchase, equipment that I bought, travel fare, lodging, all that stuff you got to save your receipts for. Because that can help you at the end of the year. So you won't be left with a big tax bill like, oh my God, like, that's what happened with Dante London. I could get into what happened with him, but I don't want to. Because misappropriate, yeah. I don't want to get into the Dante London story because everybody's talking about it. But I know what happened. I know exactly what I think happened with him. And a lot of people say, well, he's still getting a lot of views. What are you talking about? He ain't got no money. He got to pay somebody. He probably went through all that money and got an IRS bill. And now he's like, oh my God, what do I do? I got a $25,000 bill. That's why. I'm not saying it's 25,000. Anytime, let me just say this. Um, I don't want to talk about him, but a lot of people, if you ever heard this guy named Dante London, what's up, Avid? He's a YouTuber and he blew up. He went viral. And he went viral so bad. I've seen this happen with a lot of people. He went viral so bad, he started his talking started to change. Yeah, they did put probably a levy on his count because they're analyzing the Abbott, talking about Umar. Well, this guy went viral, right? He got all this money up front because I saw it, and then he started trying to educate people on how to do the same thing because he felt so good, you know. Hold on, this thing is loud. I'm at the airport, so his he felt so good about it. So he's like, all you gotta do is this, and you could go viral. So he got all this money up front. He more than likely, I think, within that 3-month stretch, he had a good run too. He probably made over 120,000 in that 3-month stretch. He went on a roll, and he started spending. Now he probably not got 120,000. He probably got like about 80,000, and he went on a stretch. And I saw he bought a truck. He paid cash for the truck. Started buying all these trinkets and stuff. And at the end of the year, he got a tax bill. And he was like, oh shit. Okay, well, he should have went to an accountant. Well, do you have anything to write off? The accountant could have helped him with it. Do you got anything to write off? Do you? He said, do you have anything to write off? If he didn't keep his books right. He owed that money. That's probably why he's in a crunch right now. I do believe he's in a crunch. And it's happened many times before. Like, okay, so Umar, I do believe when he say that he can't access his bank accounts. I do believe him. And they froze his accounts because they're doing their research. And if they feel like Umar owed money, they're going to freeze his accounts. So I don't wish that on nobody, but I've been covering him back in the day. And I don't want to cover him too much no more because I don't want to keep talking about him. You know what I'm saying? I don't dislike him. Um, I believe he had an ambitious goal that he just can't handle it. Like he can't establish no school by himself. Um, he can't. He can't. And I do believe, yeah, his counsel is frozen. And he got to work through it. Now we're gonna eventually find out because all you gotta do is look at the tax stuff to see what's going on. I'm sure somebody's gonna do that. So eventually we're gonna know what's happening. Or here's another thing. I don't want to say it because then I'm getting into conspiracy. How does he know somebody wasn't sent his way? How does he know that? Somebody could have been sent his way too. Because how all of a sudden she got on Lennon honor? Like, let me tell you this. Like, if I'm in a relationship with somebody and they're a big YouTuber and stuff like that, if me and her have a falling out, I'm not going to go to her ops and start talking about her. You know what I'm saying? I personally wouldn't do that. So, like, there's a reason for everything. Like, why would you go to his ops and expose him? I don't agree with all that. Like, if you had a falling out with him, just don't talk to him no more. Now, she did show the text messages. Like I said, he was saying baby this. He was babying her up. And he talking about she got a fish tank. If she had a fish tank down there, you wouldn't be saying baby and all this. Okay? So, I don't know. So, you don't know if somebody was sent his way. You don't know that. Just like I said, somebody was sent his way. I said I'm not sure. because I'm getting into conspiracy now. But you don't know that. You don't know if somebody was sent his way. You don't know that. They throughout history, people were sent people away. Go look at the Black Panther movement. You can't sit here and say the Black Panthers didn't have agents in it. It did. And Umar has been trying to get himself into different things overseas, stuff like that. He probably did bring attention to himself. We don't know that. We don't know what he's doing when he's offline. But I do know this: he got to be careful because she know all his information. She knows it all. And I'm gonna tell you this right. I know what I'm talking about. I used to cover Umar Johnson. I don't cover him no more. Okay, so you can't tell me nothing about Umar. You can't, because I've been covering it. I just deleted all the videos. I took all them videos off my channel. So, but you don't know that I started a whole Umar sector. I did. I started a whole sector called the sector, the Umar Johnson sector. I did that. So I know exactly about this storyline. Trust me, I do. And I said it already. I said that these folks gonna get in his business. I've been said it. You don't gotta be Malcolm X for them to send people your way. He's been saying a lot of things. Let me just say this real quick. He's been drawing a lot of attention to himself with these race relations and talking about these folks and stuff like that. They could just send somebody to get him out the way, man. Don't think it can't happen. Listen, Kofi, man, you can't tell me nothing about him, man. Somebody probably need to tell you, man. You talking to the wrong one. I know about this whole storyline. I just stopped talking about it. I don't talk about it anymore. Trust me, I know. They could have sent somebody his way, yo. And he knows that. He knows that. You said when you ignore your responsibility as a father. See, I don't want to get into all that. What's up, Domo Jones? I don't want to get into his personal life with his kids. I don't want to do that, yo. That's one thing you're not going to see me say over here. I'm not going to talk about his kids, and I'm not going to accuse him of being a drug addict. Because let me tell y'all something real quick. Let me tell you this. Umar has a case, but he just ain't got this to get a proper lawyer. I mean, look, I'm telling you this. If you accuse somebody of being a drug addict, you best to have proof. And it can't be secondhand proof. But he just might not have this to get proper lawyers to get these videos taken down. Trust me, I know. Now, I'm not saying he's a perfect person or a perfect father, but that ain't none of my business if he a perfect father or not. Because now I feel like see, we have to, I had to, look, you're talking about somebody that had to check himself. I had to check myself. I can't talk about somebody's personal life with their kids. I never did that, actually. When I used to talk about, I never did. And I always be careful and say that I don't know if he's a drug addict. You know what I'm saying? And I felt bad. Like I stopped talking about him. I really did. I even took down all the videos. Because it was at the point where I felt weird, yo. I felt weird. And it messed my channel up, actually. It most certainly did. I felt weird about it. And like I said, man, whatever he got going on is what he got going on. But I'm just telling you, I do suspect he's not lying. They did freeze his accounts. He's not lying about that. I could tell by the way his face looked. You say you hated when my mother was targeted. Yeah, they don't know that. They don't know that. Yeah, she was. And I was dealing with that when she was in the hospital and somebody was trying to dox my, I don't want to get into that. But trust me, I've been through it. So that's why I've been through it enough to know how it feels when somebody's coming after Umar all the time. Like when they tried that with me, now I understood what he felt, what he was going through. That's why I stopped doing it. Oh man, Oz, you know you got to come over there to my sports channel. But guys, trust me, I'm telling you this. You can see it in Umar's face. Them folks are in his business. I'm telling you this. I know they're in his business, and I didn't do it. When he talk about struggle streamers, he's not talking about me. In fact, he used to watch me during the Diddy trial. I know he used to watch me. He used to quote some of the stuff I said, and he know I stopped talking about him. And I never talked about his kids. I never talked about, his personal life. And I don't dislike him. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a really entertaining person. He's a very knowledgeable person when it comes to different things about child psychology. He be dropping jewels about history. Yeah, I take it for that. And if I ever want to donate to him, I'll donate to him just off the strength is I like him. You know what I'm saying? I don't care, like, if he don't get the schools, it's a hard task getting those schools up and running. Damn, that was flying kind of low. But I understand if some people donated because they thought he was getting to schools and you felt like manipulated, I can't argue with you if you felt manipulated, but you should know next time. You can't trust everybody that you hear online. There's one guy, he lost thousands of dollars because this guy he trusted, I'm not going to say who the guy is because this is 6 degrees of separation. I'm going to say this real quick without saying his name because y'all going to know who I'm talking about as soon as I say it. There's a guy I know, he donated thousands of dollars to this fund thinking that he was going to get a return on his investment. It was involving real estate in New Jersey. Now, I told him just to be patient. That person, them folks are going to get in this person's business eventually. He said, really, you think so? I said, eventually somebody's going to reach out to you and he going to go to jail. And guess what's happening? He just had a court appearance a month ago. And there's somebody well known that was backing him up. I can't say the name though. I told him, the person called me, he said, you were right. He said, we got action now in court. I said, you got it. You said Umar scam King Randall. Who is King? I don't know who King Randall is. You know, Domo, I don't even follow this whole storyline no more. Who is King Randall? What's up, Kofi? Okay, Joseph. Okay, Joseph. You know, so what happened was a friend of mine, I've known since high school. I didn't even realize he was doing this because he up in Jersey. I had just came. He said, yo, bro. He had said this a while ago. He said, man, I donate all of this money and, for this real estate. And he said the dude just stopped taking people messages. He said, bro, he was like, he was not guaranteeing. He said he knew that there was no guarantee, even though he was being guaranteed, allegedly. He said that he knew it wasn't going to be a guarantee on the percentage each year, but he thought he was going to get something. And he thought the other dude, and I said, well, why would you donate your money based off on another dude? He said, well, he on the radio and stuff. And I just got silent. People will donate if they like you. They will trust you if you like. That's why you got to have the law in people's business for that reason, to protect people. That's why we have laws to protect people, because some people will donate thousands of dollars because you're on the radio. And that's your boy. So now I told him, just be patient because the law is going to get in their business. And he said, what do you mean? I said, trust me, just be patient. You're going to get your money back. Just be patient. And I said, you're going to be working one day and no folks is going to be like this. Doo-doo-doo. Can we talk to you for a minute? And that's what happened. And it's over like 40 some people. Just let y'all know. It's like 40 some people, more than that. Even a former football player. Did you know I don't want to say this person's name, but I've been following this person too, him and his wife. He used to have this thing called the Black House in Atlanta. Did you know that the NFL had a meeting and they warned their players about this guy? They had a meeting, and all the NFL players were warned about this guy. Yeah, 702. I already know you know who I'm talking about, but I can't say it on video because these people going after people. even though even though they're in trouble. Yeah, yep, Domo, that's it. I just can't say it out on the video. But the NFL, because I know somebody that works with the I can't say organ, but put it this way, one of the organizations in New York. And every year they have meetings with the rookies. They have a rookie meeting where they let the rookie knows about all the scammers that they know. He was one of them. They even mentioned the good doctor. See, y'all didn't know. I know. They even mentioned a good doctor. Don't donate. Who else they mentioned? A certain person on the radio. Um, they mentioned another person. You remember that person? It was another person. He wasn't like really. He was popular on social media, and he was like a fix your credit guy. And he used to be with this guy named this tall guy. They used to do car reviews. Them too. And it was somebody else. I can't remember. But when Umar made that video and he said the way he was looking, I was like, damn, Umar. Damn, they got him. I could tell by the way he was looking, man. I kind of felt bad for him a little bit because there's nothing new under the sun. You can't beat these people at their own game. Do you know how many people are here that we got 501c3s that's doing the same thing, but they just don't have enough people in their system to go after everybody? Under the Trump administration, they hired a lot of agents. Did you know that? You can't beat the system. You got to pay the taxes. You can't beat this system. You can learn this system, so you can learn how to pay taxes if you get a lot of money. That's good, but I'm talking about purposely trying to just get over on the people. It comes to an end after a point. It really does. You have to move quiet. But here's the thing though. Even when he was moving quiet, they still would have gotten his business. It was a lot of money, Kofi. It was a lot of money. Why would people donate to someone who doesn't have expertise in operating a school? It was doomed from the beginning. Well, we got to go back to the beginning, Blackstone. You probably remember. We got to go back to St. Paul's. He put out ideas, right? He just finished Hidden Colors. He put out an idea, and guess what? He just put it out there, GoFundMe, and he hit his number. He didn't know he was gonna hit his number like that. Hold on, I gotta cut my air on my car. My phone is getting hot. He didn't know he was gonna hit his number like that. He hit his number. He got over 700 and some $1,000. You remember? Because I'm not knocking him. He hit where we come from. He hit a lick. He hit a lick, yo. He said, "Damn, I got all this money. Why not finally take a trip somewhere where you want to go?" And next thing you know, my man was over in Japan. And when he was not only that, it was the way he was in the water. Remember, he went all the way down in the water and came up and did this? He was high off life. Do you hear me? He was high off life. He was high off life at that point. Just think about this, Domo Jones. Just think about this. You just hit a lick, Domo. You got 700,000 in your bank account right now. You're not going to be regular sitting at home. You're going to be vibrating. Eyes, you hear me? Eyes, listen to me. You're going to be, we're going to be vibrating at the house. Like you got 700 in your bank account. Okay? 700K in your bank account. Okay? You're going to be thinking about the places that you've always wanted to go. You might want to go to Italy. You might want to go to South Africa. You might want to go to Zimbabwe. You might want to go to the Ivory Coast. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm naming all my soccer teams. You feel me? I don't think they call it that no more. You know, I'm naming all the soccer teams from FIFA. You might want to go to Spain or Italy, or next thing you know, you at the you at the ruins of the Colosseum for no reason, just looking at the ruins because like what I'm saying. Now you at the Eiffel Tower. Now you at the Louvre, checking out the Mona Lisa. You know what I'm saying? All that fly shit you wanted to do. Look, guys, look. Yeah, I don't hit a lick, guys. I'm just here. I'm just watching. I just saw the Mona Lisa today. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like what? Yeah, man. And look, I ain't even let y'all know I was traveling. Is that the Eiffel Tower in back you? Yeah, it's in back of me. It's not green screen. You see what I'm saying? So now you're starting to feel real good. Okay. Now you could get more. The people they didn't just stop donating when he got that initial amount. The money kept coming. Okay. You said he could have paid himself a salary under the 501c3 and would have been legit. Yeah. You said what I always give Tariq is he will produce. The museum may not be a grand as planned. I went by there when I was in LA last year. When I was in LA last year, I went to museum. It was closed. I like, damn, I couldn't get in. It just wasn't open that day. It's in the hood too. It's in the hood. You said you was gonna go when you were out there, but you ran out of time. Yeah, I went by there. A friend of mine was at work. I had dropped her off at work, and I said, you know what? It ain't that far of a drive from his studio, so let me go over there. And it was closed. Yeah, I'm okay with that, Oz. I'm okay with the one thing about Tariq, whether it's a DVD or whatever, he gonna give you something. He gonna give you something for the donation. He gonna produce something. Now I give it to Umar. He did produce the school. I mean, not the school, the buildings. He did produce the. He did produce the build. He did produce the buildings. He did that. He did that. You could call it a money pit, but you don't have to donate. See, that's what I'm just saying. If you're gonna sit up there and donate, that's on you. Man, I got to stand up for a minute, man. Make sure my leg, man. I'm having an issue with my leg. I had an allergic reaction, and it's healing, but I don't want to sit for a long period of time. It's better than being in the house, though. Um, hey, man, I don't know what to tell. I don't know what to say. Only thing I can say is if you donated, You do. Now, how about this? Did you donate? Why did you donate? Did you donate for the purposes of opening a school, or you donated because you like them? If you donate because you like them, then that's ain't nothing wrong with that. It's up to him what he do with it. I remember that when you went to that eyes. I remember that. He was just recently here in New Jersey. He was at in Newark at the Source of Knowledge bookstore on Broad Street downtown Newark. He was just out there, and I couldn't go because I was having an allergic reaction at that time. I can't eat shellfish, man. I wasn't gonna go anyway, but maybe I would have rolled by there. I don't know. It wasn't really that big of a turnout. I would have just went by there just to, see what's out there. They had a lot of vendors out there. I could have bought some stuff. Um, yeah, 47 million. I bet you they got a lot of money from the city or government. You said I need to stretch. Maybe I do need to stretch. Maybe I'm gonna have to get up and stretch. It's not hurting no more, but it's at that healing phase now. Man, I really messed myself up. And no, I'm not supposed to be eating that stuff. I mean, I didn't know I was eating it. It had the grease in it. I really messed up this time. All right, Domo. You think he's supposed to have a march in a few weeks? What's up with the march? March for what? You said one of Tariq is faithful to his wife. He talk good. I think he is, man. They've been rolling together for a long time, eyes. He been with her for a long time. Long, long time. You talking about what's her name? Peanut. He been with Peanut a long time. I know that for a fact. Peanut. You said he called for a march to the mayor's office. Now marching ain't working. You said big. You said, what is this? It said FDMG scam records. Damn, they got a whole YouTube called FDMG scam records, saying Big Bubba is waiting in Umar's cell. Oh man, not Big Bubba, FDMG. Well, Umar gonna have to fight. But what I'm saying is, for his accounts to get locked up like that, they're in his business, and you know who they are. Them three-letter word, that three letters. It's crazy. The IRS. Yeah, that'll work if he marched with it in his hand. But here's the thing. He might not have it though. He might gonna have to ask his donors, like, everybody give me pitch out so we can keep this school or something. I don't know. I think it's too far gone if they already got it on the auction list. I think they'll work with him because, like, who gonna buy that property anyway? You know what I'm saying? The banks are not in the they want his money. So if he could produce the money, he probably keep it. But the problem is his bank accounts is frozen. So who else is looking at him? That's the main issue. Yeah, people know who he is, eyes. They know who he is. But he doesn't have enough resources to go to people with money to ask them for money. Because he do everything on his own. He doesn't have a network of people that, okay, I'll donate to you. Because nothing has been established really, you know what I mean? He's still saying that he's trying to redo the floors or something. And then I ain't gonna lie to you, it's been a slow hustle because he did get the HVAC up. He did get that. The ceilings still need to be repaired. Um, he did get the bathroom fixed. So he been working slowly. He been slowly getting something together there. Um, Shit, if I was him, I would rezone that place and turn it into like apartments or something. But I think you would have to knock that stuff down. That's what I think. I would just probably sell it. Be honest with you, if I could sell it. But who gonna buy it? Oh, he don't have no water. 38,000 by the end of the month. He could probably get an extension. This happened before. See, a lot of people don't know. He faced this situation before, where he had to he owed money before the place get auctioned. This happened before, many times before, and somehow the good doctor come up with the money. Hey, celebrity, I'm gonna hit you up when I get out of here, when I get off. But I just wanted to holler at the people real quick, bro. I'm gonna tell you something though. Um, that lady that he was messing with, she knows something. She said this is a slow roast. I heard it when she said it. She said, She said, I got something else. Yeah, he definitely he's in trouble for sure. He in trouble, man. I mean, he could do giveaways and charity events right now and make money. You know how much money he could raise? He could raise a lot of money, man. He just probably need help. He doing the date with the doctor if y'all want to do that, ladies. For $500, you could get a date with him in Delaware, and he'll pay for the restaurant, and you get to have a date. You know what I'm saying, with the doctor. Is that something y'all want to do? A date with the doctor? No, it's off YouTube, celebrity. You're gonna have to travel out. Look at FDMG. Let me see what he's saying. Dude, you are crazy. It was a scam from the beginning. You silly content creators are helping him. Hey guys, can somebody educate FDMG scam records about me, man? I've been knew about all this. I've been trying to warn people, but nobody listening. So I stopped talking about it. So don't say silly don't come up here and try to disrespect and say silly content creators. You disrespected now. I didn't disrespect you. I didn't disrespect you, man. So you got to go for that. Yeah, I don't. No, you're not gonna come up here and do that, yo. It ain't my fault. People up there donating. Ain't none of my business. Ain't none of my business. Sir. Actually, I don't even know what. Let me just not block him. Hold on. I don't have to block him. Oh, I can't unblock him. Damn. Can somebody unblock him? Can one of my moderators unblock him? I don't have to unblock. I don't have to block nobody. He probably lost some money. My bad. He probably lost some money. That's probably why he said that. He probably lost. He guys, you gotta understand. Some people probably really believed in it and donated money. My bad, yo. All right, thank you, celebrity. I didn't mean to block you, FDMG. I didn't, because I've seen you before. I don't mean to block you, but you feel strong about it for a reason. And like I said, okay, thank you, celebrity. I didn't mean to unblock. I didn't mean to block you. Because you're not really, you really feel strong about it. You said these damn content creators, man. I feel you. I feel you. People take this dead serious, celebrity. This some serious business, man. He had, he had some people donating on a monthly basis as a subscription. So maybe some of them people might be feeling slighted. So I gotta be, you know what I'm saying? I gotta be, thoughtful of them. Yeah, a lot of people lost money. So like, you know what I'm saying? I have to be thoughtful of them. So I didn't mean to block you. But yeah, guys, it's, and you donated too. I remember you saying that back in the day. You said you didn't. You said that before. You ain't feel no way about it. But some people do, though. You said you want FBA children to have a safe place to learn and study. You said, Lennon honor feeding his family off shaming Dr. Umar. You said he feeding his family. Oh shit! If it's a hustle, do it. If he listen, if he could talk about Dr. Umar and make a good living doing it, shit, I ain't mad at him. Last time I saw him yesterday, because I hadn't seen Lennon Honor in a while. I saw his video yesterday. He had 6,000 people in the chat. So shit, Lennon, man, shit. You know what I'm saying? That's a good little thing. That's a good little hustle right there. You said, why would people donate? He is employed, Chef P. He's a content creator. He's a social media person. You said, yeah, Umar content blowing. No, Lennon been doing it. Shit, if you sit there and can talk about Umar and get 6, 7,000, 10,000 people in the chat, that's a blessing. I haven't watched him in a while. I caught him yesterday because I wanted to see what was going on. Because I figured I could find all the information on his channel. And I saw that he was live and I went in there. I was like, yo, he rocking up. He got more people than he ever had before. He about to get a monetized platform, Chef P. He about to get a live chat, a live channel, he said. He about to start one. Lennon could, not Lennon. Umar could have had that 30,000 in 1 month on YouTube if he just monetized. I don't see why he not doing it. Umar would have been had the money. But all right, guys, let me get out of here. I will catch you guys a little later because there's something else going on with him. I'm going to come back for that. But I'm just waiting to see if Lennon going to talk about it. Now, something else is going on. But we'll get into it a little later. But shout out to y'all. I will catch you guys on the next one. But yeah, you're probably going to hear it on Lennon tonight. I'm pretty sure. And I think Lennon holding back on that information. Trust me, guys, there's something else. But I think he's not saying it yet. I know you guys like, what is it? It got something to do with them bank accounts. It's craziness, man. But all right, y'all. I'll catch you in the next one.